Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Engineer Hussein Mwasapi. In this video, we'll be looking at the introductory part of fluid mechanics. But before we begin, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's get to it. So when it comes to fluid mechanics, the first thing we need to understand is basically how we can define it. So fluid mechanics can be defined to be the branch of science, or rather engineering, that deals with the study of the behaviors of a fluid. Whenever we're talking about a fluid, we're looking at anything that can be a gas or liquid. Fluid mechanics can be categorized by the following, which are basically just its types. We have the first type, which is fluid statics. Now, fluid statics involves studying the behaviors of incompressible fluids that are basically at rest or moving with a constant speed. Whenever we talk about moving with a constant speed, we're talking about something that is moving with an acceleration equivalent to what? 0. The other type of fluid mechanics, or its category rather, is what is known as fluid kinematics. Now, this involves studying the behavior of fluids that are in motion without considering, be mindful that we're not considering the factors such as energy or forces. We can also include pressure that caused the motion. The last category is fluid dynamics. Now, fluid dynamics is just basically the opposite of fluid kinematics. This involves studying the behavior of fluids that are in motion while considering the factors that caused the motion. Factors, in other words, such as pressure, forces, energy, etc. Now, with this in mind, I need us to understand why it is important to study fluid mechanics. Now, what is the importance of fluid mechanics? Now, the first one is to determine the hydrostatic forces acting on dams. Now, to start with, I would need us first to understand basically what a dam is. Now, a dam is basically just a structure built across a stream to hold water back. It is in basic sense. If you're looking at hydrostatic forces, which is a topic on its own, is basically just the forces that are exerted on objects due to the weight of water or basically a fluid. For instance, if you try to imagine yourself in a pool, the weight of the water that you feel when you're submerged inside, that weight is regarded to be a hydrostatic force that is acting on you due to the weight of the water. We'll get more sense on hydrostatic forces and how they behave when we look at it as a topic on its own. So the first importance of fluid mechanics is to determine the hydrostatic forces acting on dams. The second one is basically to determine the flow and loss of what? Energy in conduits, which are basically just the pipes. The third importance is basically to determine the stability of floating or submerged bodies. The fourth one is to design pumps or turbines. Now, what is a pump or a turbine? Now, if you look at a pump is basically just a machine that allows the movement of water from one location to another. But if you look at turbines, these are basically machines used to convert energy in a stream of a fluid into mechanical energy. The last importance of fluid mechanics is basically to determine the energy loss or flow rate in a spillway and flow water channels such as what? Rivers. Now, I know you're wondering what a spillway is. Now, a spillway is basically just a structure built to maintain water level in a dam. You'd find certain structures that are basically built at a particular location in the dam or maybe basically just spillways are everywhere rather. You'd find them mostly in certain areas, and they're basically just made to maintain the water level to avoid certain hazards. So basically, this is just a run through of what fluid mechanics is, its categories, and the importance of fluid mechanics to all engineers. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any queries, you can always reach out to me on WhatsApp on the number +260 77 149 5252. Remember, slow progress is better than no progress, and let's strategize before becoming a statistic. Let's try and push for that A+.